What's up, my home business owners? What's happening? Welcome to the Home Business Owner Show. What are we talking about today? Today, we are talking about do what you already know to do. A lot of times, we get stuck uh, trying to figure out what should we do. Well, what you should do is what you already know to do. So you do what you already know to do while you learn it. Say for example, I'm reading this book, right? So I just started reading it. So there's a lot of things in it I don't know, right? So instead of me trying to teach something out of this book, what I would do is teach what I already know. You have to do what you already know to do. If you know how to build funnels, build funnels. If you know how to tell uh, great stories that can captivate your audience, tell stories. If you know how to draw, draw. Whatever it is you know how to do it until you can do what you want to do or do what you're trying to learn to do. But don't waste time. Don't waste time doing nothing because you're afraid what you don't know. Don't worry about that. Just focus solely on what you do know. And doing what you do know, I promise you, it'll be enough. It'll be enough until you learn more. Like for example, if you are here, you're probably in the home business industry, or or want to be in the home business industry. So, what are the skills that it takes to become successful in the home business industry? Now, if you're brand new, you may not have any idea, right? So what do you know how to do? Me, what I know how to do, I know how to tell some stories. I know how to tell some stories about um, people who have had success in my company, in my industry. Even if you haven't had any success yourself, that's okay. You tell stories about someone else in the company who did have success. Now, when you're telling those stories, uh, I learned this from Lisa Nichols. She called it the valley, the V. You start here where you're at, you know, to tell people to so people will listen to you. Lord, I forgot the word she said. So that to show people that you know what you're talking about. You know, you start up high where you at right now. You know, I'm a certified speaker. I earn millions of dollars, and then you take them down to the valley down here. And what's the valley is a time when you was in your low. There was a time when I couldn't think straight. There was a time I was dealing with depression. There was a time that I couldn't take care of my family. You take them to your low, right? And then you want to bring them up. And when you're bringing them up, what you're doing is telling them what you did to get back up. That's capturing the audience and taking them on a trip. That's the art of story selling. Storytelling, I said story selling. Well, actually, it is story selling. And if you're going to be good in the home business industry, one thing you have to do, you have to learn storytelling. And another one, you have to learn the basics of marketing. What are the basics of marketing? You have to learn how to build an audience. And in this day and age right now, most people are building their audience on social media, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, what I'm on right now. Um, Building your audience. Um, you build an audience, engage with the audience, and sell to the audience. That's the basics of online marketing. Actually, that's the basics for marketing, period. You have to build an audience, somebody to talk to, somebody to put your product in front of. Now, you want to engage with them so that they'll know, like, and trust you. And then eventually you want to sell to them, put offers in front of them. It's not rocket science, it's discipline. So, as a home business owner, ask yourself, what am I not doing? Am I am I building an audience? And if I'm building an audience, how am I building an audience? And if I'm struggling to build an audience, then something must be wrong with my story. Engage with the audience. You want to connect with them. You just don't want to talk to them. You want them to talk back to you. And then, like I said, after you do those two things, then you sell to your audience. Build, engage, sell, and giving away things that your audience can use, or lead magnets. Is what they call it, lead magnets. Knowing who you're talking to, knowing who you're talking to. What do you know how to do right now? What do you know? What do you know how to do that's um, containing to what you're trying to do right now in your home business? What do you know how to do? If you're if you're in the health and if you're in the health and wellness industry, what do you know about? Do you know about some exercises that can help you get stronger? Um, do you know about some recipes that can help you lose a few pounds? Whatever it is you already know how to do, that's what you have to do. That's what you have to do as you build your skills up. You know, like I say, everybody's not the best uh, storyteller, and that's okay. You can learn to get better. Matter of fact, I got a free training. I'm gonna put it in the description on storytelling, how to become good at telling stories, and and you have to learn the basics of marketing. You have to understand that the build, engage, sale. You have to understand that. You've probably heard people buy from who they know, like, and trust. You've probably heard these things over and over and over again, and that's because it's true. You have to get an understanding of them, and more importantly, you have to learn how to do them. I'll put a free training in the description for that too, to learning the basics of marketing. But while you're learning those things, do what you already know to do, and I promise you, it'll be enough. Well, all right, guys, I'm going to end this here. I'm your boy Ward from wardfun.com, and I'll see you guys on the next video.